Wrestling, one of the oldest and most dominant martial arts on the planet, gives you the ability not only to dictate where the fight takes place, but also the ability to deal substantial damage that can lead to the fight being stopped. In this video, I'm going to break down my top 10 most dominant wrestlers I've seen in my lifetime, and of course, me being a wrestling expert, you should take my word for it. Obviously guys, this is only in the context of mixed martial arts. Number 10.
Gay shot Evans.
Rampage, the one bitch.
Rashad won the light heavyweight title sporting an undefeated record of 12 wins, 0 losses and 1 draw, coming off a spectacular knockout of Chuck Liddell. Rashad also holds the number 9 spot in most landed takedowns in the UFC rankings with 53 takedowns, being successful 52% of the times he attempts a takedown. Number 9.
Michael Bisping, hello you.
Yoel Romero is a monster and one of the most athletic fighters competing in UFC today. In my book, the Soldier of God gets points for presentation. I mean, look at this. He is capable of landing some of the most beautiful techniques in the octagon. Yoel Romero is a goddamn artist. Number 8. Khabib Nurmagomedov. His ability to impose his will on people is second to none.
This is everything what I expect.
If he wants you down, he will get you down. The Eagle mixes a casual approach with ruthless aggression and punishment. Khabib is successful only 45% of the time with 49 takedowns in the UFC takedowns rankings. Number 7. Demian Maia is a jiu-jitsu specialist. He doesn't hide his purpose one damn bit. And although he's one of the least effective wrestlers on this list, with only 25% success ratio, he still manages to land a good volume of 60 takedowns on his UFC fights, taking down the likes of Rick Story, John Finch, and Chael Sonnen. Number 6.
Losing my would look something like this. And just I'd go crazy and I'd be punching him and I'd be kicking him and
Very few fighters are capable of the achievements of Daniel Cormier. The man is a legend and one of the most strong people in this list in my opinion. Not many people can bounce off heartbreaking losses quite like the double champ. He is capable of some of the most extravagant slams in the UFC roster, picking grown men off the ground like they toddlers and slamming them on the canvas. The man is a martial arts god. Number 5.
Do you think you are more technical fighter than me?
Absolutely, and a gamer.
I don't think so. Here in Zimbabwe, we fight to the death, not like in the UFC.
His might, his speed. Johnson is excellent at position and transition, getting his takedowns with a complex bait and switch tactics. His ability to secure strong positions before submissions is the best in the world. No one does it quite like Demetrius Johnson. He scores an impressive 84 takedowns with a 56% accuracy in the UFC rankings. DJ can do it all. Number 4.
Me and Dominic went for a drink after Fox Sports one night, and Dominic's good at getting under your skin, and we were having a little altercation.
It's the best story ever.
And he's saying, "You want to punch me right now, don't you, Bisping? You want to punch me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I kind of do." And he said, "Go on, fucking punch me. I guarantee, by the time you try and throw one punch, I will hit you in the face 10 times, and you won't be there to hit me back." And I'm like,
there is only one dominator. Dominic is the best reactive wrestler I have ever seen, and no one defines defense over offense to the degree of Dominick Cruz. His reaction time is spectacular, and his takedowns very much so. Dominick Cruz is a master fighter and holds the number 4 spot on my list on the grounds of fashion. Number 3.
Heard this story before.
Frankie Edgar proves that size does not matter. Technique, diligence, and heart does. Frankie has landed 67 takedowns on his UFC career, taking down men in 2 weight classes with his fast footwork and impressive fake shots to land strikes so then later he can take them down at will. Although he's only effective 25% of the time, that is for a reason, because Frankie is far from one-dimensional and likes to mix things up. Number 2.
Why wouldn't you go to GSP and figure out what the fuck he's doing? He never wrestled in high school, yet he's taking everyone down at will.
Widely considered to be the GOAT among fighters and fans alike, GSP holds the number 1 spot with 90 takedowns and an impressive 74% success ratio in the UFC takedown rankings. That means he takes down anybody he fights, and once you're down, you are in a world of hurt. George keeps a high pace and is capable of some of the most vicious ground and pound in the UFC roster, bar none. Also, he has a crazy submission game, so George is definitely deserving a number 2 spot in this list. Number 1.
It's a very intimate, very passionate moment for a lot of fighters. I've actually never had a fighter put his hands on me by squeezing my throat. I react.
Jon Jones only has a 50% success ratio with 36 takedowns scored in the UFC takedown rankings. But that is because he's so damn good at putting an end to the fight once his opponent hits the mat. His ground and pound leaves men in a puddle of their own blood. If Jon takes you down, he will finish you where you are. You cannot find another UFC fighter that is more effective at finishing fights using wrestling to secure positions that lead to TKOs and submissions. With that, Jon Jones takes the number 1 spot. So guys, that's my opinion right there. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe for more MMA videos and other discussions. Peace.